March the 23rd, 2016. Time to recap today's trading. And bear with me while it will be a repeat. Lower F1 screen on the E-mini, lower high, lower low, find a place to sell it. Looking at the F2 screen on the E-mini, we had a new move start in A period when Bullard picked up the mic and started to speak, and we said he probably would be the biggest impact on the market. That started a down distribution after lunch in L period. The selling continued. And we got this low volume number basically at 29. If we get through 29 without a new piece of news, the next stop is 20. So this market is pointed lower. Durable orders minus 3%. Minus 0.2 ex transportation. Jobless claims 268, kind of the default number. Natural gas inventories could have a build, but probably minus 10 BCF, somewhere in there. They would not be injecting into storage, and then KC Fed last month was minus 12. That number could come in lower than forecast. The focus will be durable orders ex transportation. First sell 29 to 34. Second sell 38 to 42. Picking up this two-letter ledge right here and this high volume number, the attractor right there where the distribution started. Looks like they're going to get stops below 25, so we'll play for that. Yeah, the attractor down here at 20, this high volume number, so try to buy against that 21 to 16 by 1. Put a question mark by 25, and then 6 to 11 by 2. Looking at treasuries, which had a great day, and they were strong in the morning and they stayed strong all day long. Kind of makes you think that somebody saw this coming in the E-mini, right? And the way they see it coming is that these trading desks, these prop trading desks, they sit next to each other. They're not separated, and they'll see that the other desk is buying or the other desk is selling. So they've got access to size players that can move the market. So we've got a little bit lower low and a little bit lower high. This market can sell if we don't get through and take out and hold 129.16, 129.20. Very, very strong market. We had triple distribution up, and you can see right up here that this 129.16 area is where resistance currently is. So after a trend day up, we usually have a pause day, so 11s to 15s sell 1, 19 to 23 sell 2. If the E-mini continues to sell, we want no part of the short side of the market. On the buy side, the breakout came at 29.05, so 1 to 5, buy 1. Might take depending on what the E-mini does this afternoon, might take a 9 to get in. And 25 to 29 by 2. News focus. Durable orders ex transportation called at minus 0.2. That number could come in lower than forecast. Looking at the 30-year, and it was slowly, quietly higher until everyone came pretty convinced that the E-mini was going to sell. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 distributions right now. That's pretty unusual. So we're at 63.20 is resistance. So 19s to 23s sell 1, 31 to 03 sell 2. Don't want to be short if the E-mini continues to sell in the overnight session. Very difficult. We had the breakout from 01. We're at 15. Last rotate down stopped at 7. So we're going to try for 1s to 5s. Might take a 9 to get in. A lot of it's just dependent upon what the E-mini does. And then 21 to 25 for buy 2. But Denver, they apparently have shut down the airport up there. That's pretty hard to do. Airplanes really do a lot better than most people think in snow and ice, because you can guide them with your engines and your rudders, etc., like you do a boat. So the railroad slick surfaces, they do add to your braking distance, but it doesn't totally shut you out of the game. But visibility is such that they've closed the road to the airport and they've shut down the airport. And flights will be backed up from LA all the way to New York City off of that. Okay, looking at gold. Really got hit hard today, and it is pointed down. We talked about this 1185. That's 100 points off the top, so that is a trading target. We'll keep that in mind. Obviously, we have a ways to go before we get there. F1 screen says find a place to sell it. F2 screen, add some buying below 20. We really don't see a lot of rejections. So our 15 to 18 area, this low volume number is held, and 25 is where resistance is. So 24, 26, sell 1. 29, 31, sell 2. Basically 25 to 30 is resistance on the buy side. 15 to 17, buy 1. Of this high volume number down at 9, 9 to 11, buy 2. So 10 to 15 is their buy zone. Sell zone's 25 to 30. Okay, crude, we said that, 38.68, 65 was our trading target. And this happens every day around 2:30. This big fat bar right here. So we're still trading for 39. We're going, we set a resting limit buy at like 38.70, 38.75, somewhere in there. Is another possibility where the breakout came from, but going into the close where the ETFs and everybody else have to balance up and get their books right, is what we see right there, and it's every day at right into 2:30. Usually it's a 14.27 bar where we get all the volume. So that is a fact of life, and if you guess that right, that's a 40-cent trade usually. F1, definitely lower high, lower low, and here's our gap down here, the 38.75 area, give or take a little bit. Trading target we had said 39. We're fine tuning it as we get closer to it. Definitely pointed lower, and so 38.99. 39.05, so covering against 39, covering against the 38.69 number, picking up this breakout right here where it's 38.61, so 38.65, 38.75 to 39 would be where you cover it. Market is definitely pointed lower. So 40, 40 and a quarter, sell 1. 40, 50, 40, 75, sell 2. On the buy side, 39, 39 and a quarter, buy 1. And then 38 and a quarter, 38.50, buy 2. Some pretty interesting reports coming out that Belgium had been informed to watch out for these guys who are going to attack them. And they even had the location of the attacks. Now, when you get a piece of information like that and you don't respond to it, you're either overwhelmed and it can't work its way through channels fast enough to get to the guys that make the decision, or you choose to ignore it. You put your head in the sand. And there are stories coming out today that Belgium is woefully undermanned. No way that they can check out all these people. And that's where you find yourself in these situations. When you look at historically what's happened, if you have a potential hostile population inside of yours and you can't vet or check out all of them, what do? You round them all up and you quarantine them. You confine them. It's just like having a disease. And it's not pretty. You do lose a lot of your rights in that situation. It takes an extraordinary situation to be found in that position, but and the problem facing France and Belgium and places like that is that 5, 6, 7% of their population could be represented by those people. So you would whittle it down further. You'd take fighting age males, females, fighting age males. You could isolate those. Recent immigrants, you could cut it down more further. But a lot of these people come from they're indigenous to the population. So it's really, really a very, very difficult issue. So anybody that has a hint or a blot on their record that's capable of strapping on a bomb and killing somebody, it takes a lot of manpower to cover and make sure that they're not doing anything or in the process of doing something wrong. Okay, 12:15 to 12:25, cell 1. Cell 2, 40 to 50. On the buy side, we just got in below 90, so we'll make 11.75 by 1 and 11.50 by 2. And like the short side of the arrow better than the long side. And that's it for March the 23rd, 2016. Tomorrow's the last trading day. Friday is a holiday, so I would anticipate that those that can leave early, especially if the weather is good, will leave early. If the weather stinks in Chicago and on the East Coast, they'll probably stay at their desks all day long. Y'all have a great evening. I'll see you bright and early in the morning. I'm out of here.